Let's go, Chiefs fans! Oh my goodness, the Super Bowl looks like it's not going to go through Arrowhead. Or is it? Are we overrating the Chiefs' 0-2 start to the season? We start off this film study with something Patrick has actually done a really good job of up to this point in the season. It's a scrambling ability, right? He's one of the best and most creative runners in the National Football League, and you see it here. So this was actually drive number 2, the scramble. Let's go back to drive number 1, and one thing where Mahomes has really struggled has been overthrows, right? It's a thing. The Chiefs are always the best at stacking their receivers with their route combinations. And it's honestly really difficult to guard whether it's zone or man. This is zone coverage right here. And Mahomes sees that there's an open space to throw this ball to Noah Gray. It's not the easiest throw. Pocket overall is good enough for Mahomes to actually get this to Gray. But well, it didn't happen. 2nd and 8, and obviously this has been the worst start to the great Travis Kelce's career. This is one of their better connections you'll see, period, right? You could see that you have the shallow drag being run by Noah Gray. This is Mahomes Kelce and Bond getting into it over the middle. And look at when Patrick is actually throwing this football. This is ridiculous stuff. If you ask me, he just knows Kelce's going to stop in this spot, and Kelce knows the ball is going to be delivered. That is nearly impossible to defend. This is what you need to see more of from Kansas City moving forward. You can see right here, a little bit of a cheap shot right here on Trav. Basically, it's punched in the face right here. It's diabolical quarterback play, and he's starting to make this look so unfreaking believably easy. So play action fake, and the ball fakes just really work on you. Okay, so 30 is bailing out. You can see that Bond is out here on the tight end. You have a twist stunt being run, so you fake the throw here to get them thinking that it's a ball out here. Then you throw it here, knowing that you're never actually going to throw that ball. And he's just got 98 running to think that it's a throw out here, and now it's off to the races. And Jalen Carter, look at this. Just basically gets his ankles taken out. What a freaking piece of scrambling from one of the greatest scramblers in NFL history at the quarterback position. 3rd and 8, and right here, Kansas City gets spagged. Right, this is what the Chiefs' defense has been known for, the slot corner blitz. So the Eagles basically got a steal of a draft pick in Andrew Makuba. Oh, it's the Eagles. They're always going to get a steal when it comes to defensive players in the draft. And boom, okay, you have your answer to this right here. Okay, but Mahomes decides to start looking to the left. We could get into a debate about what actually should have been done here, but the offensive line is basically, slid to the left here, and this guy is just running through free. So Mahomes wants to work the 2x2 side. It's not a 2x2. The running back and receiver on this side, and it feels looking here he would have hit Juju for a wide open gain. Once again, he sees it now. He can't really reset his feet, and he tries to make a safety miss untouched. It's really tough to do, and it's a sack. Head to this 4th and 4, and honestly, the Eagles' coverage on the back end was really good throughout this game. And here, this is just, once again, Mahomes and Kelce just making something happen. He knows that Trav is going to end up cutting back over here, and he throws away from the DB. He does a good job letting Trav figure out what he really wants to do on this route. And guess what? They throw it low and away. I mean, that's just ridiculous. It really, really, really is. What a throw. What a catch by Trav. And then, obviously, old Travis Kelce would have broke off this tackle and picked up an extra 15 or so. But Kelce does show some yak here, and he's able to pick up a first. And one thing that's been a problem is that the Chiefs' run game last year wasn't explosive, but they were able to get, 5 yards basically almost every time, it seemed like. So no run game is really affecting you. Once again, this is the Eagles' front. But Mahomes was the leading rusher for Kansas City, and it's partially because of that. Sticking Andrew Makuba and picking up the first down here, and it's once again another Mahomes scramble. So it is something, right? Like Jalen Carter just had a rough game. Uh, I don't know. I don't know what it is. It just seems like he has sea legs out there, and now Mahomes is able to break this contain, and linebackers aren't able to catch. That's a good block right there by Hollywood Brown, and Mahomes is able to score a tutty. Let's go to this 4th and 1. So Hollywood Brown got stuffed by Andrew Makuba on a shallow drag, and these kind of fullback, just turnaround, hand it types of plays have been good for Kansas City. But it's not my favorite thing, just tightening and everyone being brought in close. But the Chiefs have been effective doing this. It's just too much penetration right up the gut right here. Jawan Taylor gets eaten alive. It also doesn't help that Nolan Smith is being left unblocked. There's not many guys who are better at denting pullers and blockers than Nolan Smith. He is an extremely physical guy. Boom. Okay. You can see that Creed Humphrey is a guy pulling around to try and get Smith. He's so quick that he's able to get to the fullback before Creed can get to him. And there's just too much penetration right there. And it ends up getting stripped actually by Nolan Smith. So it's a really good stuff. Let's go to this 3rd and 6. Chiefs give up a field goal after the field position flip. And this time the protection is fine. Mahomes does have to step up here. And he does have a pocket to make this throw to Thornton down the sideline, who does have a step. This is a good throw. He just mistimed his jump. Okay, could the ball have been a little bit lower? Yes, but I mean, it would be a very difficult catch. It's a slight misthrow, whatever. It's just better coverage right there from Jackson. So 2nd and 7, and rarely do you see mesh being run by 2 tight ends. But that's what's happening here. Now, once again, if you don't have Xavier Worthy or Rashee Rice, in theory, that's going to mean more 2 tight end sets. And, well, this is a play that obviously got Xavier Worthy hurt from Travis Kelce, where, the roles were reversed here. You have to get depth, and you want to be able to run into the path of the DB trailing the shallow drag right here. So that's a good job right there by Gray. We don't want to actually hit this defender right here. And this is a really good throw by Mahomes. Boom. Okay. It couldn't have been placed any better than that from Patrick. And you get a really nice gain right here from Trav. Okay. And once again, a stiff arm right there of Cooper DeJean. Really, 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 really good stuff. Hey, let's break down the play that has been replayed a gazillion times. And yes, this is on Travis Kelce, who for the most part had a fine outing, but prime Kelce is making this grab 12 times out of 10. Okay, you get exactly what you want. All right, so a little bit earlier in the red zone on that Mahomes touchdown scramble, the linebacker took Zach Bond, went over and doubled Travis Kelce. So this time, the Chiefs are running one inbreaker to hold this safety, and Travis Kelce is running a pivot route to the inside. You're selling to the outside, and you're throwing this inside, and Mahomes is throwing this with a lot of anticipation, and look at where it's placed. Boom. Okay? Travis Kelce's hands should be able to make that grab. Now, I will say the ball is thrown relatively hard. There is a decent amount of pressure right here, okay? So it's not the easiest catch in the world to make, but it's one that you would like to see Travis Kelce make. And, you can see he's throwing his hands up. I don't know exactly what he was frustrated with. And now Andrew Makuba, who had a phenomenal game for the Eagles, is off to the freaking races. Oh, man, that is a ball you would like to see the best quarterback tight end duo of all time complete. Whether the throw could have been better or Trav just catch it, that is, or it could be the difference between 0-2 and 1-1. Let's go to the fourth quarter. Now you're down 20-10, and let's see another misconnect here from Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes. This is honestly a pretty easy read for Patrick. the vertical is going to hold this corner, and we have a leverage advantage with Trav. Mahomes throwing with anticipation and needs to be thrown low and away. And you could see right here that this is partially on Kelce. Of course, you can always say the throw could be a little bit better, but Kelce just isn't as sharp as he once was with his routes, okay? You could see that he is starting to drift upfield, which if he would have cut more sharply, he's probably making this catch. This is also a catch right here that's thrown low and away that we really need him to get down and just dive and make this catch. But you could see he's drifting, and the ball was there to be caught. If this is cut more sharply, he is indeed making this grab. Now, you can also make a case that to the top of the screen that there are open receivers, and you know that the Eagles are going to be playing soft with a lead being the way that it is right here. So, yeah, you could make a case that you could work here to Hollywood Brown, but this should be completed. And, well, right now, Kelce and Mahomes is broken. And honestly, Fangio is just that guy, basically. These blitzes just could not get sorted out by the Chiefs. So it looks as if they're bringing everyone, but 8 ends up running towards the running back and taking care of him. And 30 ends up wrapping around the end, whose job right here is to hold the tackle. And look at that. Man, Mahomes gets rid of it quickly enough. And, well, look at the spacing on these routes. Not the absolute best thing in the world. Ugh. Mahomes, as he normally does, makes up for it. He rolls out here to the right side and finds the special teamer, Remigio, getting some reps here. Maybe this could be an answer for the Chiefs' troubles until, obviously, you get Worthy and Rice back. And, well, it's a good job by Remigio finding an open space. Good throw. Good catch. There you go. First and Overland Park. And before I give you a grand view of the Chiefs. You see what I did there? There's a new way you could support our breakdowns on Power Hour NFL. It's by hitting that join button next to my name, and you become what I like to call a channel member. What I like to call, everyone calls it memberships. And you get, to me, the worst Patrick Mahomes overthrow I can remember in recent history. And, well, this time he does not overthrow, but in fact slightly underthrows Tyquan Thornton here for a touchdown. This ends up being a really good catch right here by Tyquan and a good throw from Patrick Mahomes. So thank you for all our future members. You get some extra Chiefs bonus membership videos. Good stuff. Now, is the Travis Kelce era over? Okay? And no, that was not a Taylor Swift pun. It's just, it really has been an era. Arguably one of the best, well, it's not arguable. He is one of the best tight ends of all time. It was tough seeing some of those misconnects, but at the same time, we did see a few vintage Mahomes Kelce moments. It's just the Kelce role is just magnified with no Rice and no Worthy. So hopefully when they get back, things could get rolling again. But the problem is you are 0-2. Can you find your way back with the first place schedule and so on and so on? Well, the answer is yes. And look, I understand 0-2 is 0-2. It's been a while since the Chiefs' kingdom has been in this spot. But in this case, even though this offense is broken in some facets, I do still believe Patrick Mahomes will find a way to get this team to the playoffs. So you guys, let me know what you think down below. And we'll talk to you soon, okay? It is Power Hour NFL. Boom! Tonight, we're doing Detroit-style pizza. Let's go.